So this is, I'm going to plug him just so everybody knows, but this is H3H3 Productions, a very, very popular channel on YouTube. So let's go over, he did put another video up here, but this is the H3H3 podcast. And then we're going to watch some of the reactions from the people that were part of this, because the reactions are pretty great. Ethan reacts to Kaceytron's response. I think we should start with Kaceytron because I think this is the funniest response out of all of them, if I'm being honest, if I had to say. Now, here's another thing, too, that I think is important to note. I think Kaceytron's is the funniest because, you know, the girl's like a huge stoner, so she kind of just like crashes out on stream. But we'll watch Denims too. Frogan has not, as far as I can tell, issued a response to any of this stuff. Let's take a look at Kaceytron's.
Kaceytron's was next. Let's see how she's doing. This one is tough. $1,600 raised.
What?
So earlier,
this is
she just changed the picture to that.
Oh, really?
I will say the picture is pretty funny.
It was this insanely cursed photo of her.
Right, I saw that.
Yeah,
Remember?
it was. Should we get into this? I have thoughts on the whole Kaceytron thing.
Whatever.
Well, let me look at the GoFundMe.
Okay, look at the GoFundMes,
and then we'll go into the Kaceytron.
Yeah.
Because she's the one who's been giving us the
This
most.
picture is wild.
She's given everything.
Oh, Anissa also retweeted but didn't donate.
What the fuck?
Is it okay? So basically, they're going to criticize a lot of these people who've been like saying, "Hey, go donate to these people," but then the people who are sharing it aren't donating any money themselves. So this is just like it's suggesting like how these streamers actually react, where they'll put it on their audience to give money, but they don't want to give money themselves. Which is, why should I give a fucking dollar if you aren't going to give any money yourself? It makes no sense to me at all.
These people.
Like Anissa and
With friends like this.
Ian and Hassan are the ones who should be rushing to defend them, and they're totally absent. Here was Casey's original
No,
picture.
you're right.
This was her original photo. Not kidding.
No way.
It was.
Dude,
I saw
it's
it.
so good though.
No way.
As of like an hour ago. Right?
I find that hilarious.
What?
This looks like
This?
a J Station thumbnail. Like,
Yeah.
3 a.m.
3 a.m.
What is this?
Raising
That's what
money
she-
for my legal defense at 3 a.m.
Dude, this is what she went with to try to get money for her thing. Honestly, if I was her, I would have left this one up. I think this one would probably have gotten more money for her if it was me. You know, not the Ethan Klein one. I think her doing it is pretty funny. I mean, she kind of looks like Ursula a little bit from The Little Mermaid.
Stop it. That is so cursed.
Well, okay. All right. I've been biting my tongue.
are you sure you want to do this now, Dan?
You can do it. I'm
I'm
not even going to disagree
Yeah, that
with
is
you.
sleep
I'm
paralysis
co-signing
demon
this.
for
Go
sure.
ahead, Dan.
Well, hold on. Before
I've seen many
you...
okay, go ahead.
Do you want to say something about that, Hila? I want to give you your platform here. You have the... What happened?
I'm trying to keep up with what everybody is referencing. There's so many like sub sentences here. We should show
Sal
her
feels
clip.
personally
Okay,
attacked.
show
Let's watch
that.
the clips. Yeah.
Imagine having 1.2K viewers and getting
full
yourself
screen.
into a situation where you will be dead broke after. Well, joke's on you, motherfucker. I'm already broke, dumbass.
Well, you're smoking a joint. You know, you got money from the bank for that.
Yeah, but she's probably spending a fortune on friggin' pot, dude. So she's probably is broke, but all her money goes to pot. I mean, the amount that this girl hits the weed, the weed. Look at me, I'm getting old as shit. The amount that this girl smokes, she's spending a fortune. Those volcano machines are like $200 a piece. Probably more now. They were $200 when I used to smoke back in the day. So they're probably a lot more expensive than that now. But yeah, this is insane. She's a drug addict. What can I say? I know one when I see one.
How much, dude? You got to be spending a shitload of money if you're hitting 42 volcano bags.
Yeah. It's a lot.
You know.
Fun.
Hey, look, it's just right to smoking a joint.
Hold on. You messed up her whole flow.
Okay. All right.
Just play this for a second. Just take it in.
Imagine having 1.2K viewers and getting yourself
Take Ethan off
into a
screen.
situation where you will be dead broke after. Well, joke's on you, motherfucker. I'm already broke, dumbass. Moron.
Okay. I gotta say though, I do appreciate her swag a bit. I appreciate her swag a little.
Work that
I'm
shit,
saying
bro.
it. I'm saying
they're gonna
it.
take the money I
Say
don't
it, Dan,
have.
say
Saying it. She rocks. She rocks. I'm a Kaceytron fan.
Dude, I was cracking up watching
I
her
knew
reaction.
nothing about Kaceytron, and I guess I still really don't. But all of these clips have been.
I would be
dying,
careful,
dude.
Dan, because she's about to call Hila ugly for no reason.
Okay, so with that one exception, that was she went a little too far.
a pretty
there.
big
That was a little
exception
too far.
now.
She did.
Yeah, what do you think Hila's
Like you could be funny as hell, but if you're still a dick, you're still a dick.
ugly?
No, I do not.
You think
No, I
she's
do not.
ugly?
Are you calling her ugly?
I would never.
Listen, you're allowed to like her. That doesn't change the status of anything.
No, I know it
Damn,
won't.
chill.
I'm just. I've
Shame on you.
discovered.
What if all of a sudden you're like, she's funny. Okay, we're gonna withdraw our lawsuit from her. Like that's not gonna happen.
That she is very funny. It is what it is.
Is she intentionally funny?
She reminds me kind of of Trisha, where it's like
That's
ambiguous.
scary. We all thought it was funny at first. Dan.
Ambiguous, right?
Someone said this somewhere and said that Kaceytron is like Trisha if she was into drugs instead of theater.
Well, the thing is, Trisha is intentionally funny. After doing this show with her for as long as I
Yeah,
did,
after she gets sued, she's probably not gonna be able to pay for her pot. She'll probably still pay for her pot and just not pay Ethan, and then she'll end up arrested. But somewhere along the line, she's gonna have to get her shit straight. She can't smoke like that forever. And if she does, she's gonna, I don't know what to tell you. She's just gonna end up in jail. So she's either gonna end up in jail because she's not paying Ethan and she's gonna get contempt of court, or she's going to smoke a lot and pay her thing and get popular from this and somehow manage to do both. But I don't know. All I'm gonna say is when I used to smoke pot, I was lazy as shit and didn't have any drive in life. So I kind of find it hard to believe that she's gonna find a way out of this unscathed.
It's
very
definitely
funny.
100%.
She's a great entertainer.
Yeah.
Who you talk about Hila Daniels crew? Because that's who they're asking is funny, is pretty Hila. They're asking if Hila is attractive or not. I will say Hila has her moments. Like when she dressed up as the cop, we were all thinking she was looking pretty good. But yeah, conventionally, I don't think she's ugly. I don't think she's an ugly woman. I'd laugh if she ends up permafrost. Yo, she probably will, Zero. She probably will.
Kaceytron, I don't know. Well, I need to see more.
Well, let's keep watching.
Whatever.
Whatever.
Like, and it's like, is that even gonna happen? I doubt it.
It's happening.
Like,
Like-
why are
They're,
they?
they're
like-
probably going to be served today, by the way.
Whatever. Like, why are they doing this to me?
I explained
It
it in
just doesn't
detail.
make sense.
No, it makes
An
sense. I
attack
explained
on me is an attack on everyone.
it. That was fun. She's not.
She's good. See, but the only way that you could really be funny in these situations is if you get into a situation like this in the first place. Like, I want to know if she was funny at all before this happened, because this reaction is pretty funny. I will give her that. It made me laugh, and it kind of makes her a bit endearing. I don't think that's going to get her out of getting sued, but at least it is like somewhat endearing. Actually, both are 5 below. Hey, that's your opinion. You're allowed to hold that opinion. Like I said, I don't think that Hila's ugly. We've seen her in the cop outfit. A couple of us were simping for her in the cop outfit, but that's about it. I mean, I would say Denim's probably more attractive, but like I wouldn't look at Hila and be like ugly. She wouldn't. I don't think she'd be the type of girl I'd go up to at a bar and try to hit on. Not that she would even want me to in the first place, but everybody's got a type, and I'm sure And Hila's got a nice body. Seems like she's got a nice body.
It gets way
But
funnier.
she's not kidding. An attack on me is an attack on everyone.
I think she's just a trolly person inherently. I don't think you're right. I think she's not
No,
taking
like
it that seriously.
literally,
And
an
she's
attack on
kinda
me
fucking
is
around.
an attack on all humanity right now.
I think she thinks that.
No, dude.
She goes. We are.
This is the way that weed makes your brain work, though. Like, if I was sitting here smoking, I'd probably say some pretty funny shit like this too. But I think that we're laughing at her because she's high. Some people just get more creative when they're high, and it just seems like off the wall. What's up, Soul? I heard Mother Paul. Yeah, Mother Paul. Mother Paul's pretty hot. Give him Mother Paul. Oh, by the way, Daniel's crew, I got to send you the pictures because little lately the banana hat you sent her whole entire trip. So I got to send you some of those pictures. You'll love it.
Me.
It gets better. It keeps getting better.
I'm with you, Ethan.
I think
I'm with you.
she's, I think if she was genuinely that funny, people would be watching her.
EG, believe it or not, I use Mary Jane so much for pain, I don't get head high at all anymore. I only get pain reduction now. Well, that's good. And I think that I had spoken to Saul about this before, but like you do build up a tolerance to marijuana and you need to smoke more of it to achieve the same effect. So maybe that's why she has to smoke 42 bags. But if you're still, what's up, DSB? If you're still smoking that much, you're going to get, like, your brain just does not function the way that it's supposed to, right? You might be able to come off with off-the-wall funny things like she's doing, but as far as, like, giving, like, a decent take or a take that is reasonable and, like, thought-provoking, which is kind of what we aim to do here, I think it's fair to you could think she's funny, but don't go to her for, like, any real advice, I think that she's kind of just, like, Half-Baked, the movie, that you go to for, like, stoner comedy. It's, you don't go there because the movie's thought-provoking. You go there because you're just looking at people doing dumb shit.
Are successful.
She used to be really funny back in the days when she was on Austin shows, like with all the webcams. I'm sure we've seen a clip of them. She was really funny on those.
So
I actually do think she is humorous.
Yeah, I think she's got a sense of humor.
Okay. So maybe it's good if she has to scale back on the weed smoke to pay me.
Might sharpen her mind, sharpen her wit.
Make her build her audience so she could pay me more.
Whatever.
If she actually even pays you, though, Ethan, I think she's the type of girl, like, I know when I used to smoke weed back in the day, I would have put weed before my bills for sure, even if it was going to land me in jail, or I'd pay just enough to avoid staying out of jail. So I don't think you're going to get much from her, to be honest, but, who knows? We'll see what happens. I'm excited to see where this goes. Like, this lawsuit's going to be super fun to cover.
That's so funny.
We went from iDubbbz to Ethan suing people, just
This is ridiculous.
to Chud and Tommy
No,
C.
I literally am every woman.
Which, don't get me started on Chud and Tommy C, because that's still going somehow. She won't pay. She'll end up in jail. Yeah, then I think she's fine with that, personally. She'd probably rather go to jail than pay until she realizes she can't smoke weed in there. Although they do sometimes sneak K2 into jails, from what I understand. And she just said, I'm every woman. Dude, what the fuck is wrong with her? I'm dipping out. Have a good night, EG. I think the subject for next time, if that's okay. I won't be hanging out anymore tonight. Oh, well, I hope you'll come back, Daniel Screw. We're having a good time in here. And I owe you an extra hour tonight. I owe you an extra hour.
No, like, how
You
much?
are not every woman.
She's Shaka Khan,
She
dude.
is.
Not every woman watched my
I
entire video.
am every woman.
I think she thinks that.
I am
Jeffrey,
every
like-
woman. I'm
Oh my
every
god, we're almost at
woman.
400. Like, hopefully this won't even be a thing that we need.
It's happening.
Because I think Ethan will give up the charade and realize exactly who he's messing with.
But, okay, I know it's coming, but the denial is unbelievable. You think I wrote up all these lawsuits for fun? Do you know how much that cost me?
Right.
Oh, you
To
can
write
afford it,
3 monster
Ethan.
complaints?
I am nobody to be messed with.
I am a force to
mess
be
with me.
reckoned with.
Am I serious? Yes, I'm serious. People watch this regularly. Girl, let it.
That's when I first originally saw this, I was thinking, like, how can you, like, this is just brain mush. But I guess that's what people go to for the internet, is to watch somebody just act like this retarded, I guess. With how high she is, I believe that she does indeed think that she is every, yeah. Yeah, and I think that's why it's funny, is because, like, she probably believes that she really is like these things, and I think that that's what makes it funny to people.
Fine. Like, why are you doing this? Why are you guys? Why can the incels stop coming in here and killing the vibes?
The incels.
Like, we're greening out right now, but tell Ethan I will debate him.
Oh.
Is he
What?
running away with his?
Yeah, what are we debating?
What are we debating?
Hydroponics.
She didn't know shit about that.
I would love to see her debate Ethan.
What's the best volcano vape?
She'd blow you out in a weed off, bro.
Honestly, I would just listen. I would just if she wants
Sit
to
down
debate
and
weed,
listen.
I would just listen.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
She probably could teach you a lot about weed, probably unhealthy amounts that you would probably never need to know. She's high enough to look in the mirror and see. Yeah, maybe that's it. Maybe she's just seeing several of herself. Or she was just listening to I'm Every Woman before this, and it's just stuck in her head or something. There's no way she came off that with the top of her head. But then again, when I'm high, I think I have the greatest jokes too. So I'm nobody to be messed with, says the broke joke being sued by a rich guy who can afford to sue everyone he wants. True.
I don't know. This is I'm like, I think it's funny. This clip was making me really laugh, but I'm also cautious because like I don't know anything about her, and
Sure.
she doesn't
I don't
seem.
really either.
It doesn't seem totally like she gets it to the point of being that funny. I don't know.
Look at that. At the end of the day, she could be the funniest, sweetest girl in the world. It doesn't fucking change the facts of the case.
Yeah, I understand.
Don't mess with me.
Oh, I'm messing with you.
Tail between his
Casey,
legs.
the
Has he
Megatron
responded?
In the words of Mother, I'm all about that bass, no trouble.
He's ignoring the fact that I
all
said
about
I'd
that
debate
bass.
I do love that they have the Megan Trainor going because she does kind of look like a brunette Megan Trainor.
him right
No
now.
offense to Megan
What?
Trainor.
You just said it.
Debate what?
No, this is a clip from yesterday.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm ignoring Kaceytron with 300 views.
Yeah.
Saying she wants to
Well, I
debate
think she
me.
was juicing yesterday
I mean, listen,
because of all this.
Good. That's it. Good. I'm glad if they can get some benefit out of this, that'll benefit me.
Yeah.
But I think it's so funny. Vadim, Kaceytron, everybody's like, thinks they're so entitled to my time all of a sudden.
No trouble.
Have they let him know, or is he ignoring the messages? He's scared. He doesn't want to debate me. He's afraid.
At least, could you at least
See, this is just going off on a tangent. Yeah, I think that's Megan Trainor. I'm all about that bass, no trouble. And she looks like she would be a huge Megan Trainor fan, if I had to guess.
say what it is you want to debate?
Yeah, what are we
Yeah,
debating?
let's start there. Let's set some parameters.
She's an insult to all brunettes.
He won't debate me, and I'm literally like, he's afraid. Or he's acting like he doesn't know that I want to debate him. No, have somebody let him know. Like, get me
What's
in
up,
a call.
Kangaloo?
I want to talk to him and his wife.
I'm sorry.
She has a big problem with you.
Yeah, why? I never even knew her. I didn't even say anything about her.
Here she calls you ugly, which I thought was.
His
Yeah.
wife.
She got.
His wife.
This kind of set me off because I was like, oh, hell no, this orc, is what I said. This orc is not calling my wife ugly.
Well, that's not very nice either.
Well, dude, man.
I also don't
Lord of the
like-
Rings shout
You're
out.
just
Look,
retaliating.
she opened.
You're
You know
retaliating.
what?
She opened the door.
She opened the freaking floodgates
open the door.
like the Ents did. How they flooded Saruman's basin, and just like those orcs perished in that flood, so will she.
Right.
I did not like also how she's
Is that like a threat?
like, get the insults out of here. It's like, our audience is not insults.
Majority women, by the way.
Not everybody that's gonna disagree with you is an insult.
Usually,
you know?
listen, usually that works if it's like a 90% plus male audience, but we are a female-dominated audience.
Ethan Klein.
I think I'm a female-dominated audience as well. Maybe we're on the right track, guys and gals. We're on the right track, okay? We'll follow Ethan Klein's lead.
Blast you to fucking hell.
Well, she's like a preacher now. I'm going to put the Lord of the saints into my hands, and Jesus is going to blow you away to the fires of hell, Ethan Klein. Please don't forget to donate to our church, because a dollar for me is a dollar for Jesus. Don't you forget that. E.G., do you feel like orcs has become an adjacent form of a slur? I haven't heard anybody refer to orcs that way, but orcs are black. So I guess in a way you could potentially say that orcs were the original brothers of Middle-earth. But now that there's the Ring of Power and there's black elves, it's like it's a little harder to make that assessment. But yeah, I mean, I guess if you really wanted to like jump some hoops, you could probably make that association for sure.
Okay.
So
Blast
this
you
is
to
what?
hell.
Are these from the same time, all these clips?
I think
Like,
it's all
what-
from yesterday. Yeah.
Okay.
Ethan Klein.
Blast you to hell is such a turn of phrase.
By the way, she's got a sponsor in the bottom left, so.
Ethan Klein. Blast you to fucking hell. No, like, what the fuck?
So now she's doing stand-up comedy.
Oh,
This would have been a good Chick Nugs video. I agree.
this no good motherfucker and his ugly ass wife.
See, that's just mean. There's no reason to do that. That's an insult to Kiwis. Oh, what, orcs is an insult to Kiwi? And Mordor is the hood, so to speak? Yeah, I guess. I mean, you have to think when this was being written by Tolkien was in 1930. So it is possible. Let's say, okay, how about this? I am all for a big Lord of the Rings talk, but let's wait until the video drops because I think that would be good. It'd be a good stream to talk, like post release stream. God, I feel like I'm high. I feel like that would be a good live stream for post premiere for the Lord of the Rings video. But no, I think, I mean, I don't know where you got. Okay, I don't know, JSauce. What happens in you know, your neck of the woods? It could be. It could be.
She says fucking C word.
Hold the phone, Casey. Listen.
Orcs are
I don't
not like
like talking
black
about
men
women's
traditionally, but the
Yeah,
skin
so
color of them is
you don't
black.
need to.
Sure.
You don't need to.
It's beneath me. That being said, she's gonna call you ugly. She
You
should
don't-
at least not look like she lives in a swamp and hasn't showered like Shrek. Okay,
Somehow I knew you were
she's
gonna
literally
go Shrek.
Shrek. And I mean that in the nicest way possible. He's very nice. I mean, he's the hero, right? But like, it looks like she lives in a swamp. It looks like she hasn't showered.
Okay,
when the swamp bubble gas is popping up, that's her smoking all
This
the
is
time.
not a swamp. This
Not
is some
swamp.
sort of meadow.
Well,
Yeah,
that's
it's a
but
beautiful
not, you don't know
meadow.
what's in front of her.
Edward Cullen, maybe.
I'm just saying she is literally Shrek and Mike from PA's donkey.
That is so disrespectful.
It is, and why did she
To
call my
Dun-
wife
to
ugly?
Donkey.
Why did she do
Yeah.
that?
I don't know
Why
why.
did this person?
I mean, it's so easy to just like that is like grasping at the lowest fruit, right? To just call someone's wife ugly. I mean, that doesn't take any skill, and it's mean spirited. So yeah, while she might have had like some funny moments, where she's going with this now kind of like kind of took away a lot of the charm and endearingness that she had, endearing qualities that she had earlier when she was making funny like comments. Now she just kind of looks like a bitter jerk, you know. She does have the look that makes me uncomfortable. Yeah, and I can see like her. She's not conventionally pretty, Kaceytron, so I can see like why she would feel the need to like insult other women. But I think that Ethan's right though. Like she doesn't have any right to sit there and say this to Hila when she doesn't look like, you know, she's just so fucking. She's like a sloth. That's what she is right now. Look at her. Look at her. She's slothing right now. She's so ugly. Like that's where I don't think that she's creative, right? She couldn't have funny. She didn't have anything funny to say in regards to Hila, so all she did was just call her ugly, which I think is kind of fucked up. We try not to call people ugly here, unless we have to. But for the most part, that's like the bottom of the branch to reach for. I mean, hunched over and slur. Yeah, she looks like a drunk too. Not really the epitome of intellectual nature that we're used to on this channel here, but I guess if you like if you look at her in the perspective of a stoner comedian, she kind of could pass. But it's not like her jokes are written or anything. She's just winging it and hoping some things land. You're right. Sloths are cuter. If she okay, this might be a little mean, but if she lost a little weight, she'd be all right, I think. But she's just slothing it up right now.
Why did
for Donkey.
Probably because you're.
Why did this person call my wife ugly?
Probably because you're suing
My
her.
opinion is Lord Farquaad.
I don't
for
know
being-
why.
Hold up.
Honestly, I don't know why everybody always does it. I don't get it. And like I'm
Just a easy low.
one
blow.
more person away from calling me ugly, and I'm going blonde again, doing photo shoots again, because that's what I did last.
I kind of want to see what did her photo shoots look like? What did Hila's photo shoots look like? Now I gotta find out. Can't even type. Okay, so I think this was the photo shoots that we're talking about. I mean, she passes for a model. She looks like a model. Like I said, like I don't think she's an ugly woman. I don't. Granted, like when you get in front of the camera, though, you tend to glow up a little bit. Hey, Sideglass, good to see you. Where is her photo shoots at? Did I spell Klein wrong? I think I spelled Klein wrong. Or did I spell Klein wrong now? I don't know which one it is. Either one's showing up. Is this one of her photo shoot photos? Yes, this is. I mean, you shouldn't have to do a photo shoot to I think she just wants to do a photo shoot, and this gives her a reason to. Not so much this not so much this one. Not feeling that one too much. But I mean, like, again, I would see her in a magazine and not think anything of it. So that's what I mean by when I say that I don't think that she's an unattractive woman by any means. I think if she changed part in her hair, that would flatter her face a lot more. Yeah, you know, like I said, I don't think that she's an unattractive woman. Yay! She does look amazingly hot in those pics. Yeah, it's like all about the angles. If you get good angles, and that's why I said, like, you know, she's a millionaire. She's doing well for herself. Let her do her thing. You know, I think calling her ugly. She has nice teeth. I think calling her ugly is just kind of. It should be below Kaceytron.
Get rid of the eyebrows.
Although she's high as
That's what I
shit.
did
So.
last time. If you guys remember, I think it was like all the guys calling me ugly that
Yeah, it was all the Andrew Tate fans.
set me off to start doing photo shoots and stuff.
You know what she's like when the camera turns off? Donkey!
All right, you always got to take it just a little.
I can't take.
I definitely think that Ethan is confusing ogre with orc, and that's why his joke's not landing. Because I think he's trying to call her an ogre. Now I want to know if he wants to call her an ogre. My boyfriend just called me, but why? Why did you say that, Sarah?
It is fun. She's called
Totally
my wife ugly for
derailed
no
me.
fucking
It's
reason.
fine.
She took it
The
there.
heroin
There's
chick?
nothing that's gonna take me out of it.
All right, fine.
I'm in it, baby.
Listen, I've done drugs before, and as you guys know,
I can't take
hang
it
on,
as
I gotta
fun.
get a picture
She's
back up.
called my wife ugly for.
Okay, I was a drug addict for many years, and she definitely looks like the type of person that I would have either went and copped drug with, or I would have went to her to find me the drugs that I'm looking for. 110%. I know the look. I've been around long enough to know, and she could definitely, if she could find that much weed, she could definitely find you whatever else you're looking for. 100%.
For no fucking
It's
reason.
fine.
She took it there. There's nothing that's gonna take me out of it.
All right, fine.
I'm in it, baby. I'll be your here. I'll be
She
your.
started it. You're right. You're right.
Like out of nowhere, you're gonna call my beautiful wife ugly. Like, okay, let's get in the swamp then and
But
wrestle.
this kind of stuff is why I don't think she's totally there. You know, like when you guys think she's like awesome, I don't know.
AB's the Muffin Man.
Well, I'm
You're
being
extreme.
somewhat
Yeah, I don't know
But
how I
that
feel
was
about them
Dan. I was just
glasses.
trying to support him. I don't know why he.
You're
why
the
he
Muffin Man,
supported
bro.
her.
I'll be your fucking Lord Farquaad. Let's go. I'll be your villain.
Listen, I do not condone the use of the C word or talking shit about Hila.
And you know
that
who's
is
the
wrong.
last girl who called me a C word? Famously.
Trisha.
Trisha.
Did I?
Yeah, and Trisha married her brother, didn't she? And they have and she's raising his. See, this is why I think like Hollywood and these big streamers in Cali, like, I don't know, they're just very strange to me. Because like if people had like a sibling argument, they would still let you see your niece or nephew. And I'm pretty sure that I'm pretty sure Trisha married Hila's brother, and then they have a kid together, which would make that kid Hila's niece or nephew. I'm not sure if it's a boy or girl. I can't remember. And now they just talk shit on each other all day. It just doesn't make a whole lot of sense to me how they could do that. Like, when I had my daughter, my brothers and sister were like super into meeting my daughter. They have amazing relationships with her. I can't imagine like talking shit on each other so much to the point where you can't see your aunts and uncles, right? If your uncle's Ethan Klein, and now this kid's going to grow up knowing that he has a famous uncle that he's probably never going to meet because mom is crazy and has total crash outs online. Also, that kid's going to be fucked up too because Trisha did a sex tape with Adam 22 and his wife. So that's another reason that kid's already got the world stacked against him. What's up, Jammer? Jammer's back. Everybody's coming back, loving it. It's 2 kids. They have 2 kids now. No shit. No shit. Didn't she do that sex tape after she had the kid, the first kid? How was that guy? Was that guy okay with that? So strange. And public ally at that. Yeah. So this is. She's having a 3rd kid. Damn. Kevin Nash is probably over there being like, it could have been me. I could have been rich. Now I got to beg for money on TikTok.
So I have some battle scars. So I am not trusting of this person.
It's just so out of line.
I don't want to trust her.
It is so out of line. And I know you're not insecure and it doesn't bother you, but it's so fucking out of line. And it's so unnecessary to just be like your ugly wife. And especially, again, when you look like her.
Yeah,
and just the presentation, right?
I mean, he's not wrong, though.
Just the presentation, right?
I don't know. Yeah, I don't know what she's thinking.
She's
like, if she looked like a 10, I can understand this, but she doesn't. She looks like a Alabama 6.
She might be pretty, but it's like the way she presents herself is very swamp-like.
It's so true, though. It's the best way to describe
And it's
her.
somewhat undeniable.
And I kind of think that I have every right to say that.
All right, fair enough.
And I should, and I'm enjoying that freedom.
No.
He's lost the goofs and the gaffs. Like, I think he's lost it. And, you know, it's like, there was a time where, like, I could have helped him. But now
There's
he
never
does
been a
this
time
to
in
me?
any lifetime, any multiverse where Kaceytron could help anyone.
I think this works well because their back and forth is funny. If she was just saying this, like, if we take Ethan out of this and she's just saying this herself, I don't think that it's as funny as that it sounds. But his back and forth with her is what I think is making her escalate it comedically, if that makes sense.
The person who needs your help the most urgently is you. Holy
For
shit.
what? All because of a little jealousy?
The comment was so perfect.
Yeah, she's an Alabama
The
6.
part about Kaceytron was more of an interview.
Sometimes you look better after kids. I looked way better after kids and lost a bunch of weight and got so fit. It made me hotter for sure. I did have to buy new boobs though. It was worth it. Yeah, go ahead, Daniel's crew. Buy them cans. If I had a way to make myself a hotter man and it didn't cost a whole lot, I'd consider it. I consider it. So now we know that Daniel's crew's got a set on her that she paid for. No shame, no shame. The bigger the boobs, the happier the men. Let's be real about that. That's a real cold, hard fact about life. Look at Denims. 0 brain cells, 2 nice boobs, and she gets by just fine.
Than anything. Jesus.
I don't know. Like, I don't know his intentions. I'm just like spitballing here.
Just hear
I
me.
don't know
I've
his
stated them.
intentions. I just have to assume that there's some jealousy involved. But what I was saying was, it
She
seems
can't
like
even
he's
breathe.
got
She's out of breath. Her lungs are about to collapse.
Most men need butt implants. Not
fuck?
me.
that there's some
I got, you know, not obviously I'm not going to show you guys, but if the day the EG OnlyFans drops, I got a nice tuchus. It's nice and shapely. It's got a nice little bubble butt.
jealousy involved. But
What? She can't breathe.
Everyone's got their thing,
what I was
DSB.
saying was, it seems like he's got destiny in his here, and I will be
come
addressing
on.
that
No,
because
fucking no
that finds
destiny.
me very concerning.
Don't know
Oh
destiny.
my God, you guys, just people.
I've never had a sexual relationship with that man.
Also, again,
One of the few people.
I don't know a lot about Kaceytron, but one thing I do know about her is she was part of, like, she was friends with Destiny at some
Yep.
point.
You know what? I like him. Look, he's got the same thing I got going on. He put a little design on his microphone. What's his name again? It's not JC or something like that. I'd pay for a peek at those cakes. Thank you. Phallic, just feel free. Yeah, listen, I don't care what people say. You guys can subjectify me or objectify me all you want. Men don't mind being objectified. They love it. They love that shit. Girls don't seem to like it as much, but guys, yeah, objectify us. It's flattering to us.
So if anything,
It's all-
she's more related to him than we
Every
are.
time.
Infinitely
All
more.
of them.
I have no
Infinitely.
association with
Yeah.
Destiny. None. None. All these people, Hassan,
They were all
Kaceytron,
dogs.
Denims was begging to have sex with him. We saw the text. I mean, I know that's not neither here nor there.
Hatan was?
Yeah, so in case you guys don't know the whole Denims Destiny thing, I guess that Denims, I didn't realize that Denims was trying to sleep with Destiny. I thought that Destiny was planning to sleep with Denims, but then Denims ended up sleeping with some rando at Destiny's apartment, and Destiny got all mad about it. And I wasn't sure if he was mad that he wasn't sleeping with Denims and that this other guy was, but he got really pissed off and he kicked her out, which is why they had a falling out. But yeah, but if they had a text where Denims was like, yeah, I want to sleep with you, Destiny, I mean, Denims would be the type of girl that would probably put out for some, like, I almost would stake my life on the fact that Denims has probably slept with Hassan at some point, because I think that she's not above sleeping with someone to raise her social standing, if that makes sense. But yeah, most people don't know that, because that's like I think that's an old clip, because Destiny, I think, talked about it, where he was like talking about Denims and they all hung out, and then Denims showed up with some rando guy at his apartment, and the guy could have been like someone who hated Destiny and went through his computer and shit, but she didn't, you know. Oh my God, I can only imagine what the hell you guys are talking about in the freaking chat. We're talking about body sizes.
Hassan, as far as I know, was not trying to have sex.
No.
Okay. It's a shame.
No.
You know.
He was trying to get Destiny laid.
That's true. You got that one, Zach?
But not with himself.
Well, he
was not. Well, I guess
if
that's
Destiny
true.
was my roommate, I'd get him laid all the time.
Guys,
that is
that says everything you need to know about Hassan right there.
I'd get him laid all the time.
So there's another one here that we're going to take a look at. And this was Denim's reaction to being sued. So this one should be good. At least we have some eye candy in this one. I mean, we can say she's good looking, but just completely stupid.
Let's start with Denim. She was the first to the ball. She made a GoFundMe like before she even commented. That's why.
This is Ethan reacts to Denim's lawsuit. So this is Denim's response. Not nearly as funny as Kaceytron's, but you know, Denims doesn't disappoint in the self-own factor that she's known for.
Let's take a look at their GoFundMes. Let's see. Let's start with Denim. She was the first to
see,
the
Sarah?
ball. She made a GoFundMe like before she even commented. That's why I think she was just like real quick with it. She had to make a video. She didn't make a tweet. She was first. She was like, I need to get the money before they do. And she was the one who was like, by the way, I can defend myself. Thank you very much.
I do think that's interesting, right? She went straight to the GoFundMe to get money. All right, enough boob talk, okay? This is what happens when Denims comes on stream, guys. We talk about Hooters. I just called them Hooters. Oh my God, what's wrong with me? God, I need Jesus.
Oopsies.
It's natural though,
Denims
guys.
versus
This
Ethan
is
Klein fair use
This is a
lawsuit
sex
defense
positive
fund.
channel.
She's to be fair to her, she's raised a little bit more than it was at.
77.
She's at almost 8,000, which is 8%. So
I will say the comments, okay, the comments to this GoFundMe are frigging hilarious. And it
that
kind of
should
fits
get
in what
her-
we're talking about. Yeah, squirrel. More like boob, Blue Jay.
that'll get her maybe in the reply.
Is there a boob emoji?
You know, Ethan Klein is suing me for reacting to his video on Hassan. The fundraiser is to cover any costs. That's a fair. I mean, reacting I think is generous, but that's fair.
Of course, Denims lives in LA.
Should take a look at the words of support.
Words of support. So there's 10. This one's $5 from Rusty Shackleford. Ethan Klein has done more to improve Twitch than the owners and management of Twitch. Stop seeking attention online. How can you take this money in good conscience? Settle. Wow.
I mean, that comment's not wrong. Ethan Klein has probably cleaned up Twitch, and he doesn't even stream there anymore than any other content creator has by calling out their hypocrisy. Hopefully he does the same thing with Reddit. You know? No boob emoji. Booby trapped. Yeah, I got booby trapped, guys. Sorry about that. You want to derail the conversation?
Oh, these are
Bring
just
up
comments
boobs.
for me. $5 from Alex. Hating Jews is bad. Ethan, don't settle. bleed her bank account bone dry. That's not my intention. My intention is just to obviously stand up for what's right.
So here's the one thing I don't understand. And a lot of people were doing this with Tommy C too. They were donating money to this guy just to say something insulting. Doesn't make a whole lot of sense. Like you're actively supporting them while also trashing them. You're paying to trash them. So at the end of the day, they win no matter how funny the comment is. Except for one comment in here I did think was pretty funny.
Hey, would you blow me?
Where's that one at? How can you crowdsource a legal defense when genocide's happening? True. Denims, you and your friends are abhorrent, and I hope you get a real job so your wages can be garnished until the end of time. Hey, Denims, I was going to subscribe to Ethan, but I figured this money would go to him anyway. Now I can finally donate ethically to the Kleins. Where's the blow me one? Did he make that up? I don't see the blow me one. Because if that was there, it'd be funny. But I don't see it. I don't see it. I got humidities.
How can you crowdsource a legal defense fund when there's a genocide happening? Kind of true. It is kind of true. There seems to be better ways that people, I think, could donate their money to.
Listen, though, if Denims decided to start blowing people who donate it, I think that she'd make a lot more money, personally. I think she'd probably be covered for the rest of her life if she did that. It works for Bonnie Blue.
Denims, you and your friends are abhorrent, and I hope you get a real job so your wages can be garnished. That's super.
Ass. Chick Nugs approves this message.
Daddy Scambait super chatted $2. Gladly pays to have a comment read carrot.
Hey, you're right. We need that. We need the comment reads for sure. Thank you, DSB. Appreciate $2, big guy.
Grape tickler. Grape tickler? That sounds very vulgar.
Oh, that sounds very weird.
Grape?
Oh, okay. So that's where he said, hey, would you blow me? It's the name. I thought that somebody put that in the comments. Hey, would you blow? That would have been a lot funnier, personally. What's up, Kim? How you doing? A little bit spicier side of EG lately tonight, but nothing y'all can't deal with. You're all adults, right? You're all adults. You don't mind a little crude humor here and there. But that is a funny name. Haywood Jablomi. I like that.
Wait, oh, I know, Drew.
What?
Wait, just grape?
Well, it sounds like grape tickler. Seems like it's a R word reference, maybe.
Oh no, I wasn't thinking that at all.
That's what I was thinking.
Oh,
Yeah, you don't speak TikTok, Dan. That's why.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
it could be ball.
Grape is clearly a common word that people use to say the R word, right? And I'm not talking about the retard word. I'm talking about the other word that rhymes with grape. Everybody who says that online now are just trying to get their way around monetization by saying, you know, the R word. And you're right. Spice is life, for sure. Like the Spice Girl said.
See, that's what I was
Spice up your life if you're having a good time.
thinking, but then that's why I was confused because it's just one
Dude,
grape, not
Spice
grape.
Girls are
Grape
dope.
tickler is fine if it's balls, but maybe if you're
That's
If
on
you
my
know, you
mind.
know.
if you're
Okay.
I was thinking ball.
Oh, okay. I much
Okay.
prefer that. Drew Pavlov says, hey, Denims, I was going to subscribe to Ethan, but I figured this way the money would go to him anyway.
No, you should just send it here.
Yeah, you can send it to me. Now I can finally donate ethically to the Kleins.
Oh my God, you guys.
It's 100% of the.
Was organically going to donate this to the Children's Cancer Research Fund, but this seems like a better cause.
The game is
Oh
afoot.
God.
I'm still stuck on the hey, would you blow me? That one.
Yeah,
one's
that
very good.
that was really good.
Very good.
I think Tom Ward would appreciate that
Oh
one.
yeah.
David Hand. Jam a man of fortune. I don't know what that means. He's a XQC quote, apparently.
Jam a man of fortune.
Dude, not one comment is in support of her. Yet she still found a way to make 8K. If you want to be my lover, you got to get with my friends. Which always made me think that she was talking about, like, if you want to be my lover, you got to start making out with my friends. That's how I always heard that. Which I guess I'll take one for the team there. I know what it really means. I know it's like my friend's gotta like you or something like that. But when you say it in American terms, you gotta get with my friends. Kind of makes it sound like you want to hook up with your friends.
Alex Icarus. Oh no, not Icarus. I was gonna donate to Gaza,
Icarus.
but I think you need it more. That's, in my opinion, the best comment. It's exactly to the point. Here's $5 to give to Ethan Klein was the first one. Can she not erase these?
I don't know.
Because these are
know.
donators. I mean, who is she to erase these messages?
Someone
Yeah,
gave
I
her
don't know.
$500
There must be a minimum
under
of
anonymous.
$5 to leave a comment.
Yeah.
But
I heard people are donating to give money to the Ethan when he wins. Yeah, basically they donate to her and go, well, technically I'm donating to Ethan because you're gonna have to pay him after this is all said and done. Which I'll be honest, we're gonna take a look at a lawyer's breakdown of this and to find out whether or not Ethan actually has a case next. So that will be interesting. So make sure you guys don't go anywhere. But I think that as of right now, yeah, it would if he even were to lose this, that would be a huge momentum killer for him. Because right now he's on top of the world, right? He's been whooping iDubbbz, he's whooping Hassan, he's looking like the king of the castle again. He's looking like Ian of old, and you know what? He's not even bashing Republicans anymore, really. So, you know, I think that he's kind of found his original audience again, and he's bringing them back, and he realizes that going further to the left wasn't really the best idea. So he's appealing more to the centrist people, which I think is what everybody out there is dying to need. I think that's where Asmongold started doing really well, was when he started applying to centrists more. You know, you don't want to go too far to one side. Like, even the same thing with conservative. You don't want to go too far right, because then you're going to alienate a lot of people. Plus, like, if you're far right, some of your beliefs are fucking retarded. I'm sorry, they are. Like, that's why I try to stay in the middle, because I grew up as a theater kid, so I love gay people. I have no problem with gay people. I think they should be able to marry if they want, have kids if they want, do all that beautiful stuff, right? But at the same time, like, you know, I also believe that, like, law and order should still be a thing, so that people aren't running roughshod through the street, burning cities down. So I think that Ethan's doing the right move. He's staying center. I think he's appealing to a lot more people now. He was alienating a large portion of his audience when he was doing like the Hassan leftovers thing. So, you know, I'm happy for him. I think he's reignited his edgy side. Now, what I'm afraid of is if he does lose this, it's going to kill his momentum. It's going to kill it dead. So we'll see what happens. I was friends with my lover, and we're still friends and lovers. Oh, that's beautiful. What a beautiful sentiment.
I mean, at the end of the day, they are giving her. They're donating, so.
Right.
So that's what's popping on Denims page. So she's up to
she made $50
$8,000, so
just from
good.
comments.
Again,
Start.
noticeably missing from the support page, see top, is Hassan. The guy who they were all basically running to defend so fast that they didn't consider the fact that they were doing copyright infringement.
Listen, should I start a GoFundMe that is just, hey, I don't really need this money for anything other than bills, but I figure if Denims can do it and raise 8K, I figured I'd say, why not try? What if that was like a GoFundMe that I started? I mean, I'm not like by any means rich. I'm in debt up to my eyeballs, but it would be kind of funny, right? If it was just like, hey, I figured if y'all are willing to give money to Denims, let me try. I'm not getting sued by Ethan, but just in case fund. This is my just in case I get sued one day fund by someone.
Why can't
Maybe
I
one of the
scroll up?
$200 anonymous ones? Then, there's a $500 anonymous.
He would.
You
write
think
his
he would do anonymous
Hell
then? You sweet
Hell.
soul.
Hassan Piker wouldn't do anything anonymous. Let's be real.
268 donations. That's wild.
This man
All
doesn't
because she has
shit
tatas.
anonymously. He needs attention for every damn thing he does.
Oh yeah, E-Shift, he would be all over me. But that's why I would have to make it very clear that I don't actually need the money and that it is like kind of like a silly thing that I'm doing. Like, I think the problem that was going on with MP was that it wasn't like as transparent, and I don't want to just like go back into all that again, but it wasn't being transparent about it. Like, a lot of the stuff wasn't adding up, and he was trying to take a very I deserve this approach to it, which I think hurt him in the long run. But if I just flat out was just like, you know what, I don't really, I'm not like dire need, but, you know, I figure what the hell. Hell, I have my debt. I need to get my house out of foreclosure. Oh, you got a house? Damn, DSP. See, that's the kind of stuff like EG would like to have his own home one day fund or something like that. Something stupid. It's like, yeah, don't we all? Don't we all? I'll need a burger and fries every day for lunch for the next year. I need $36,000 to secure my burger and fries every day for the next year.
So there it is. After Denims closed her GoFundMe last time, she actually started talking shit about GoFundMe and how shady they are. And interestingly, she was making a valid point. But then as soon as she needed them again, she went running right back into their arms. Let's take a look.
Holy shit. GoFundMe is so unbelievably fucking scummy. When I put up my GoFundMe, they sent me a letter within
Damn, Sarah. 3-bedroom, 2-bath? That's nice. Still never blocked you? Just keep rolling with it.
3 days or something like that.
I don't think you will. I don't think you will now.
Hi, my name is blank from GoFundMe's Trust and Safety team. I see in your fundraiser you mentioned that the donations will be refunded if the original purpose or initial purpose of the fundraiser changes. Since you've raised a significant amount of funds, instead of offering a refund if the purpose of the funds changes, are you able to consider finding an alternate use for the donations? We'd love to see the donations go to good use if possible. In similar situations, we've seen organizers repurpose donations for something that is still in the spirit of the fundraiser, e.g. related expenses, donation to charity, general support. If there's another use of the donations, let me know and I can help you update donor and offer refunds to anyone who wants them with the change in use of funds.
Okay, so this is actually very interesting, okay? Because if MP had received a message like this about his funds, then that could be an interesting development in the GoFundMe MP scandal, right? If they were like, hey, don't refund this, right? Because, well, at the end of the day, right, GoFundMe wants their percentage of the money that they make. So they don't want to refund anybody's stuff because then they don't get a cut of it, right? So it's obvious why GoFundMe's doing it. It's super full-on scammy. But let's say, you know, Medicaid decided to pay for a procedure for MP, right? And then out of nowhere, GoFundMe reaches out and says, hey, we saw that you have a refund thing on here. Have you ever considered maybe changing the need for your GoFundMe, but keep it in the same spirit? And maybe that's where it went from a throat thing to a back thing to, hey, you know what? And this really lines up a lot with what Paul was saying. Okay, I want to be very clear, though. That doesn't admonish him from all the other stuff that was going on here. But I will say that if this was going on with him, that would definitely at least explain a lot of why there was so much shiftiness going on within his GoFundMe stuff. That's all I'm saying. Like, if I want to be 100% fair, right, in how I judge people on their behavior online, that's something I have to acknowledge.
I'll see you when I see you. You're my sunshine on a cloudy day when you're not